Welcome to Painted Kids Studio, where we make amazing art videos. Hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you can be notified every time we post a new art video.
Hey guys, welcome back to Painted Kids. This is Miss Jessica, and today we're going to be learning to draw SpongeBob from the Nickelodeon series SpongeBob SquarePants. Alright, let's get started. Alright, the first thing we're going to do on our SpongeBob is a half oval, and that's going to be his cheek pushing up when he smiles. Then you're just going to make a circle that starts on one side of the cheek and ends on the other. Then right off the center of that first circle, we're going to make a nice half circle. And I left this space here for SpongeBob's nose. So it's going to be coming about halfway out from the first eye. And then we're going to bring it up and around. And we want to make it long enough that it kind of peeks past that back eye there. And then I'm just going to fill in the rest of the eye there. So I close the gap with that back eye so that way it's tucked behind the nose, but also still tucked behind the first eyeball there, just like that. And you want the nose just to come like past just a little bit past that back eye there. You don't want it too long, because if it looks too long then he's gonna look like Pinocchio. Alright, now that we have that done, we're gonna go over here and we're gonna do his iris and his pupils. So we're just gonna do one circle for his iris, and then we're gonna do a circle for his pupil, and I'm just gonna go ahead and fill that in. So if you're using a pencil or a marker, you can just go ahead and fill in that pupil. We're going to do the same thing to the other eye. There we go. Alright, now that I have SpongeBob's eyes, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do his eyelashes. So he has three very, very rectangular eyelashes on each eyeball. So I'm just going to go ahead and add that. So 1, 2, 3. And I'm just kind of evenly spacing them apart at the top of his eyelid, or his eyeball there. He really doesn't have eyelids in this one. Put that in there, and then number 3. Alright, there we go. And now that I'm done with his eyelashes, I'm going to go ahead to do his mouth. So we're going to come out at a little bit of a diagonal here, right under his nose. Then we're going to bring it up and over. So we're going to go over and then bring it up into the cheek, and then we're going to do a nice little half line here for his smile. Now before we do the rest of his smile, I want to go ahead and add his teeth. So those are just 2 rectangles, and they're going to be starting towards the front part of his mouth. So 1 tooth, and just doing a nice rectangle, and 2 teeth. There we go. So now that I have his teeth, I'm going to do the rest of his mouth, and it's just going to be a big giant U. So I'm bringing it up, over, and then up, and it's going to disappear behind that furthest tooth. And that's why we did the teeth first. Now I'm going to do his tongue. I'm going to curve in, but I'm going to stop. I'm leaving the space. You see that space that I left? Then I'm going to go next to it and do the same thing where I curve, and there's his tongue. And then he kind of has like this little chin line, so we're just going to put a little squiggle chin line there, and there is his face. All done and looking pretty good. So now we're going to go ahead and do his squareness. Now, even though he's like a rectangular shape, it's not perfect. So I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to do like a squiggle, and as I come down, we're going to squiggle, 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 squiggle. Okay, and you'll notice that these sides are relatively straight down, not straight line, but straight down, and then a squiggle line across at the bottom. But you'll notice that this line is a little shorter than this top line here, and I'm going to be allowing that for my other side squiggle. So when I said that SpongeBob isn't perfectly straight, this is kind of what I meant. So we're going to add the little squiggle here. Okay, and you see how it angles. See that angle there? We don't want it to be perfectly straight, because then it's not going to look right. Alright, so this is his sleeve that I just did here. So we just bring it up and over and then curve. So that's his sleeve, because his back half of his body is going to get tucked behind that. So before I move on, I wanted to put that in. Okay, so now I'm going to do his backside, and I'm doing squiggles like I did before. And you see that angle there? See how that angles down? That's going to give our 3D look. And we're going to squiggle in, but we're not going to squiggle straight down. So we're squiggling at an angle. So now that I've done his backside, I'm going to go over to the other side of SpongeBob over here, and I'm going to do his other sleeve. So curve line, and then I'm going to do a little vertical line in the middle, but I'm not going to close it off, because that's where his other arm is going to go. I left a little space there. All right, now I'm going to go over to the other side and we're going to start his arm. So I'm just going to do 2 straight lines. And then I'm going to do his hand. So we're going to curve down and around, but I'm going to stop. Then go up about halfway, curve around, and then curve around. So those are his fingers, and then I curve that one up. All right, so now I'm going to do his thumb. So off his wrist, I'm going to go curve, curve, and then up and in, and there's his thumb. So you'll notice that the curve goes down and then out a little bit and curves back under. So now I'm going to go right off my little vertical sleeve there, and you see that this line I did at the bottom is longer than that top line. And the reason I do that is because that's his elbow. So now we're going to curve up. See, just like that. And now I'm going to do his other hand. So we're going to bring it up, over, and then around and curve under. Okay, so it's like a rectangle with a squiggle. And on the other side, we're going to bring it up and around and then curve it under. Almost like a paper clip that's been stretched out. You see that, how it curves? And this one's more of a square and curved in. So curve out and in. And then we're going to do a bump for his 1 finger. And SpongeBob only has 4 fingers. So this is very useful to us. It means less fingers to draw. And then I just did a pointer finger. So nice and long, almost like a kidney bean that's been kind of stretched out. Alright, so now I'm going to move on to his pants, and I'm just going to do a rectangle right off the bottom of SpongeBob's face because there's no squiggles in this one because he's wearing his pants. Or maybe technically there's shorts. And then this back side, I'm just going to angle it just a little bit. I know that that top squiggle line is completely straight, but the perspective is kind of down a little more now, so we're going to go straight across and then it'll angle back a little. And then we do 2 half circles for where the pant leg is. Okay, and you'll notice that this half circle lines up with that angle line. So for the collar of a shirt, we got to do a triangle, then we're going to do a half circle, and then we're going to do another triangle. All right, and then I'm going to do his tie next. And his tie is pretty simple. It's just angle, down, and then we're going to bring it to a point. So then we angle inward. Perfect. Now we can do where his shirt tucks into his pants. So we're just going to do this line straight across, and it disappears behind the tie, and then we keep going. And then we're going to do his side, and that line is angled, and it matches up with the line that we've already done. And now you have his belt through the belt loops. So we have 1 rectangle, and there's going to be a total of 4 rectangles in the front of him, and then that side view we're going to get 1 rectangle that's angled. There's another rectangle. I'm just going to go ahead and fill this in. So if you're using a pencil or a marker, you can just fill this in. Alright, and then we do another one. And those 2 disappear behind his tie, right? And then the other one, we're going to make sure it's, whoops. And then the other one, we're going to make sure that it's, separate, just like we did with our first one. And then when we do the side one, we need to make sure that as we're doing that one, that we're following the exact same angle of the lines that we've already drawn. So those lines are going to be angled. Oh, and I forgot to do the other half of his sleeve, so I'm just going to fix those lines there. Alright, so for his legs, we're going to do 2 straight lines. So 1, 2, and then we're going to curve it at the bottom. And then the other side, we're going to go 1, 2, and then we're going to curve it at the bottom. And then for his shoe, it's going to curve out from the back of his foot, angle down, bring up, and then up, almost like an M, okay? Bring down, angle, and up. So M right there. Okay, and then I'm going to do a little triangle for his heel of his dress shoes, I'm assuming he's wearing. And then a little line that angles in where you can kind of see the back side of that heel. Alright, and then I just do a little line for his socks on each of his legs. Just like that. Alright, so the last thing that we're going to have to do on SpongeBob is make his spongy spots. Now, he has distinct ones that have always been in the same spot. So we have a small circle and a big circle in this bottom corner over here. And then the top we have 1 kind of circle. And then the other corner we have a big circle and then a little circle. And then on this other one we have a circle and then a circle that's a little bit smaller. So these 4 corners each have different spots. In the side view, he has a big circle, kind of a smaller circle, kind of a bigger circle, and then kind of a smaller circle again. And there is our SpongeBob. And those holes are perfect because they actually will, they give us the impression that he is a sponge with those circles. unlike what I thought he was. When I first saw SpongeBob, I didn't have cable television, and I just thought he was a block of cheese, but you know. So we're gonna just color SpongeBob now. He's this nice bright canary kind of yellow, and then he has a red tie, and then black shoes, and then a brown bottom. And then I make sure that as I'm doing the side of him, that I'm doing it a little bit darker, just so that way it gives more perspective and it looks more three-dimensional, so like with his pants and stuff. Alright, so if you guys like this video, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you want to see more fun videos just like this one, then head on over to Painted Kids and subscribe and check out what else we have. We have a ton of different character videos. We also have fun creative animals. And go through and like the ones that you guys want to see more of. The more likes we see on a video, the more we know that we should make that playlist bigger. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and we'll see you next time.